Noob Review.
Hello and welcome to another NoobReview.com quick look, and today we are looking at Sega's Anarchy Reigns. I am joined by the incredibly special Adam Radcliffe.
Hello.
And our wonderfully fabulous podcast man, Kieran Roycroft.
Hello, am I not special then? Is that what it is?
Not in that sense of the word,
okay.
as far as I'm aware.
Who the hell is this white man?
This is a character called Leo.
Leo?
Yep, I have no idea who he is, really. But he seems to be aligned with the villain of Anarchy Reigns.
He also has claws.
Yeah, that. When you got to choose the dark side or the light side, the dark side character looks awfully familiar. Isn't he from another game?
It's bad.
Like
He is, yes. It's I believe his name was Jack, and he was the protagonist of MadWorld.
Oh,
that makes a lot of sense now.
So is he connected with this universe at all, or is he just a little...
Yeah, basically, I mean, to all intents and purposes, Anarchy Reigns is MadWorld 2, except it doesn't have any Wii motion controls, and it's in colour.
All right.
Right.
So it plays very similarly. It's just more graphically advanced because obviously it's on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Is there a similar storyline? Like, it's a TV show and...
Yeah, well, kind of basically, yeah. It's about bounty hunters, which is what Jack is, tracking down somebody in this post-apocalyptic city, as far as I'm aware, because they don't divulge a lot of details in this demo.
Well, I'm guessing the apocalypse was everyone just got really angry and decided to have a fight with everybody.
Yeah.
That is what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's very similar in terms of structure to MadWorld, because you have to earn points to unlock missions.
Right.
Now, the way you can do that is you can fight random people on the street, and that's how I unlocked this first basic mission, which is called the type of mission is called a free mission, which you can play as many times over as you like, and it's kind of like an objective-based score attack. So I've got 5 minutes to kill 50 enemies,
Right.
and they get progressively more challenging once you take 20 or so.
Brutal.
What are the controls like?
Do you know what? There's a great deal of variety in terms of combat, considering there's only really 2 attack buttons. There's light and hard. But you can press the 2 together to perform a 360-degree attack. You can hold down on PlayStation 2, it's the R2 button, to activate your murder weapon, which
you seem to be doing a lot in this, because there's a whole lot of murdering going on.
Well, you can murder people with your bare hands. And that was a charge attack. You hold down the powerful attack and they'll do a deadly multiple hit attack. But you can see there's that green bar underneath the yellow health bar.
Yep.
That's your murder weapon bar.
Oh,
which,
right.
When that charges up, when you fill up a block, that means you can do a murder weapon attack. So you can't just spam your amazing weapons over and over again.
Right.
You have to use your fists and your grapples at some point.
See, I remember playing this at Game Fest last year, and I thought it was a multiplayer-only game because the multiplayer was that good and fully featured. That I was just like, oh yeah, Anarchy Reigns. It's it's just a fighting game.
It was a bit.
I had no idea there was even a story or a single player.
It was a bit button bashy, but there was a lot of character from what I remember, and it did look good. I'm glad that it's got a story though. This looks really cool. This is the first time I'm watching it, by the way, but it does look really good.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, actually, in terms of like gameplay, it reminds me of the Power Stone games.
Well, any game where I can just pick up a car like that.
Fling it 5,000 feet into someone's face.
It's just the Hulk. The Hulk's here now.
Yeah, he's the 50th enemy you have to beat. Now, when you get hit, see there's a little lightning bolt bar there. That's, I forget what it's called. It's like a...
Caffeine level.
Caffeine level. No, it's kind of like a rage bar, I suppose. And
That's
you
cool.
click the 2 sticks together to activate your rage
Wow.
meter. And you do these massive, deadly, powerful attacks.
Like that. Just slice a
just
man
like
in
that.
half.
Yep. And obviously, when you complete missions, you're rated, you earn more points, and there's a little progress bar showing how far you are off from unlocking the next mission.
If that's the white side, I'd hate to see what the black side character does to enemies.
Oh, you're going to see what happens in a minute.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Brilliant.
Jack has his chainsaw arm from
yes.
MadWorld still. So.
Chainsaws.
Yeah, his fully activated combo basically involves slicing people in half vertically with his chainsaw arm,
Right.
which is a lot of fun.
I'd like to see a battle between Lollipop Chainsaw Girl and MadWorld Man.
Jack, who his name is Jack.
Oh, look, Sturger. I remember playing as him. I remember really loving his leg. His cybernetic leg.
One of the things that's really great about this is the game is developed by Platinum Studios, who did Vanquish and Bayonetta.
Ah,
as well
so
as
that's
MadWorld.
why it looks good then.
Yeah, and Bayonetta is a playable character, I believe, just in the
No way.
multiplayer. Yeah, you can play as Bayonetta.
Oh, brilliant.
Platinum Games are fast becoming one of my favourite developers.
What's quite sad is, though, that they've cancelled Bayonetta 2 to make this, essentially.
Well, I think this is
Not necessarily, because this has been in development for quite some time. Bayonetta 2 hadn't even been announced when they cancelled it.
Busy people, though, aren't they? They must be, with the new Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid game as well.
Also, I didn't really like Bayonetta. I think we could have done without it.
Well, this isn't Bayonetta, so we should probably not get into that as such. This reminds me a little bit of Metal Gear, that little bit there. with the talking.
Yeah, it's got that kind of traditional, quirky Japanese script and voice acting, which some people will absolutely hate, but others will love it.
What difficulty level are you playing this on?
I'm actually playing it on easy for the purposes of this demo.
So you don't embarrass yourself.
First time I played it on normal, and I just about made it through each fight, and I was like, I have to try it on easy next time for the video, just so I look better.
Show off.
But you can see these boss fights. They take place in. You see, there's like a barrier there, so you can't just have free reign of the city. You've just got like a small arena to fight in. And
He's gone
there we
Super
go, that's my
Saiyan.
rage activated again, just knocking the crap out of him.
Oh, you didn't cut him in half that time, though. That's a bit disappointing.
It's okay. Surely he'll do it.
Probably do it now, though. No.
Well, one of the things that happens in fights is that random environmental damage will happen. So, like, there are jets coming along that are going to drop bombs on you.
Right.
And this is what happens when two people with a rage meter activated attack. You have to kind of bash the buttons on screen as they come up, and when whoever fills up the meter wins.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I think it's time to move over to the black side now.
Yes!
Yeah.
And did either of you two play MadWorld at all?
I never did, no.
No,
Well, I haven't.
So you won't be familiar with the character of the Black Baron.
Well, not his story or anything like that. But
It looks like you can probably answer this question for me, but it looks like the two different sides have different stories as well.
Yeah, they do, as far as I'm aware. But here is the Black Baron, who was the narrator, I suppose, for MadWorld.
Right.
But he has returned as the Blacker Baron.
Right.
What a Spider-Man for a second.
Slightly dodgy territory there, but okay.
Well, it's all in good humour. It's not like it's... I know MadWorld was kind of criticised by some for racial stereotyping, but it was...
Was it?
I think it was all... Yeah, because the Black Baron was kind of like a stereotype pimp.
Oh my god, that was the best punch ever.
But it's all done in a light-hearted sense, so I don't see anything to be too objectionable about.
Just enjoying this cutscene.
Point in your face.
Yeah,
Trust you to notice that there.
I felt I had to point it out as if they weren't obvious enough already.
Literally poking you in the eyes.
Who did the voice acting for that man?
For Jack,
Yeah.
it's Steve Blum, who was in Mass Effect as what was it? Grunt the Krogan.
Oh, cool.
Oh, brilliant.
He's got one of those. He's one of those voice actors that's used in pretty much everything.
It sounds like he eats gravel for breakfast.
Yeah. But yes, anyway, enough of this cutscene. I think it's about time we had a fight.
Yeah, come on, show me the money.
Enough chit chat.
Here we go.
Let's get down to business.
Where's his chainsaw? Is he going to get that out later?
It's in his metal arm.
Oh, brilliant. He's got a metal arm now.
Yeah, he's always had one, I'm pretty sure.
I like the music.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Yeah, it's not really to my taste, but I can see why some people would like it.
Yes!
There we go.
No, I missed.
So is this must be quite early on in the game as well then? So I assume there's another enemy, like main boss you've got to try and defeat if this is early on in the game. Unless he survives.
Definitely. I'm pretty sure he will survive, but you are after a specific target, and I believe the Blacker Baron, is after the same target, so you'll probably fight off other bounty hunters that are after the same guy.
I see. And the environments all destroy themselves as well.
Yeah, there's a pleasing level of environmental destructibility. I mean, there's one move which I don't actually show in this, but it's ripped straight out of MadWorld, where you can get a tyre and just ram it over them, trapped in the tyre, and then pummel their heads in. Yeah, it's quite refreshing to see such a... It's kind of old school in a lot of ways, Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's nice to see.
Yeah, the challenge here is that now the plane is about to crash on you, so you've got something like 30 seconds to finish the fight or you'll both die.
Right. Which you've burnt him to death, basically.
Well, he's still just about alive.
I love how over the top this is.
Oof.
Yeah, the first time I played this, I...
Bison-esque flying headbutt there.
Psycho Crush. Oh!
But yeah, here's some of the multiplayer that you were talking about earlier.
Yay!
One of the things is they drop they drop weapons and abilities like a shield. And
I don't remember a gun though.
To catch it. Yeah, you get.
do.
They're all randomly generated.
316 no scope.
But the great thing that I've identified with Anarchy Reigns' multiplayer, at least this deathmatch mode, is it doesn't matter how many kills you get. You've got to score points by performing combos, just like in the single player.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do get a lot of points for performing kills, but the winner is somebody that has a lot of skill. Because what I found in this is that you could pummel someone almost to death, and then one of the other characters can quickly run in and steal the kill.
Yeah.
Which is always annoys me in other games. But because you've done the combo that dealt that initial large amount of damage, you're actually going to get the benefit of the kill for the most part.
Absolutely tearing it up here.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Noob Review.